What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 152. And we start today's episode off with a brief look at the league table, where as you can see with 13 games to go, we are 8 points behind the league leaders Barcelona and just 3 points clear of 4th place Atletico Bilbao, who are our first opponents of today's episode here, away from home in the Basque region for a massive games for both teams. First of all, desperate to cling on to a top 4 place between now and the end of the season and guaranteed Champions League football next year, but also for an outside shot of the La Liga title as well. So heading into this game just a few days before the Roma clash and just a few days after our victory over Leganes in the Copa del Rey semi-final second leg. Huge games coming in just 7 days, and this one another big one here. So 5 minutes into the game as we take on Athletic Bilbao. I mean, there's one thing I want to say for the opening goal of this game, and that is that since the patch, the gameplay has gotten a bit ridiculous. Now, of course, I've been adjusting the slides a little bit here and there, trying to tweak things to my liking and get realistic gameplay with realistic results. But I'm really struggling big time to get everything sorted the way I want it. And sometimes it's not due to how the gameplay feels, if you will. It's just little things like this happening that make literally no sense whatsoever. I mean, Ivan Toney makes it 1-0, 5 minutes in. Glad to see Toney notch up another there and give us a big goal in the race for the outside shot of the title. But what on earth happened now? The defender falling over, the goalkeeper hurdling him and giving Toney a free shot of goal. Absolutely ridiculous as we go a goal up here away against Bilbao. The lead did not last for long because 17 minutes later, Renato Sanchez would put Bilbao back on level terms. And speaking of what's going on with the gameplay, what's going on with the cameramen as well? That's the 3rd time in recent weeks we've seen the cameramen seemingly sneak off for a smoke break or something, because I don't know what's going on there. I think he was zooming in on a trouser leg at that point, as sadly Renato Sanchez's celebrations were not caught on TV. So it was still warm in the game, but it was a thrilling first half. You know, both teams were playing really well and both teams were going for the win as well. You know, a draw would be a bad result for either team. However, it would be a signal that they're out of the title race. So both teams, in order to keep their title dreams alive, needed to win this game, and they were playing like they desperately needed the win as well. So it's still tied at 1-1. Both goalkeepers were in fine form in the first half as well, as we were still deadlocked. But right before the break, after João Felix was denied, Ivan Toney was sent forward moments later, and Toney smacks it in to make it 2-1, restore our lead and get his 2nd goal of the game and his 19th of the La Liga season. What a year Ivan Toney is having, going for his 5th straight golden boot and 1 more goal in La Liga, and that'll be 5 straight seasons of 20 or more goals in a top tier European league. Brilliant finish by Toney, drilled in to the far corner as he gets goal number 19 for the season and puts us back in front in a thrilling first half. But in the second half, they just passed the hour mark, still leading by just the 1 goal. Cordoba finds a bit of space from just outside the area, and oh my word, what a strike into the top corner, and Jan Oblak has literally no chance. Toney might be going for the golden boot, but as is this man. That's his 17th goal in La Liga this season, as Cordoba, playing catch up to Toney in the race for the golden boot, also gets Bilbao back on level terms for the 2nd time in the game. Gets a little bit of space in behind Camera Mesa, finds a little bit of an opening and a little bit of sighted goal. That's all he needs to smack the ball into the top corner. No chance for Jan Oblak, and Bilbao are back on level terms. But this was an absolutely thrilling game. A few minutes later, Oblak pulls off the heroics there on the 1-on-1 to keep it at 2-2, as both teams were going all out in their pursuit of a winning goal. And from that shot, we then broke for our counter-attack here. Oyarzabal finds Ivan Toney, slides it through to Cameron Mesa off the bench, signed him on deadline day, not to get forward like this, but he does, goes for goal, and the goalkeeper makes a save. He's been signed as a ball-winning midfielder. He almost won us the game. Still 2-2, 13 minutes to go. Bilbao come forward again. Sergio clears this cross away. The danger's not fully clear. Jensen on the volley, not once but twice he's denied by an incredible double save by Jan Oblak, putting in a man of the match display. And that was just unbelievable goalkeeping from the Slovenian number 1. It's still 2-2 in Basque. We're still on level terms, and with a minute to go, still tied. Zaikankov picks up a knock, but finds Prats Bastidas into Toney. Quick face shot to beat Jamal Lascelles. Takes it round the English centre-half. Brilliant through ball. There's Oyarzabal. Evades his man. Rolls it across, and Prats Bastidas off the bench. wins the game in stoppage time, and it's only fitting that in an absolute thriller of a contest, it comes down to the wire, and there's a late hero, and it's the 21-year-old striker that we signed from Milan in the summer, Bastidas. Off the bench, scores his first La Liga goal for Atletico Madrid, and he's the hero at the death. Final score, Bilbao 2, Atletico Madrid 3, but oh my goodness, I've got to say, this has got to be one of the best games of FIFA Career Mode I've played in a very, very long time. I think the only game that's reminded me of this one in a league match throughout this series was probably our win over Liverpool all those years ago with Sheffield United in Season 3, I think it was. What a contest. It came down to the wire. Fantastic game. It was so fun to play. Those are the games of career mode where you just get absolutely hooked in your save. That was a thrilling contest. What a game. And Bastidas wins it at the death, which sees us extend the gap on Bilbao to 6 points, and after Barcelona could only manage a draw in their game, cut the gap on the league leaders to 6 as well. So 6 points now the gap, 12 games to go. Barcelona, it is not over yet. But following the game, it was time for yet another big one. We'd just beaten Leganes, we'd just beaten Bilbao in the thriller, and now it's time for the second leg against Roma in the Champions League round of 16. After our fantastic 2-2 thriller away at the Stadio Olimpico, the Italians come to Madrid knowing they must score tonight, otherwise we are through. There is so much at stake here in the second leg, with both teams desperate to reach the final this season and needing to reach the final really, otherwise their season will be regarded as a failure in Europe if they're knocked out here at the first knockout round. And with pride on the line as well for yours truly, this is massive. It's Roma in the second leg of the Champions League round of 16. Vamos Atletico, we need this victory. Fernandez down the left, tries to turn his man, and oh, he did get the ball in there, but Lopez Huesca will clear it. Felix will flick on, and it's oh, Sancho. Wonderful. Oh, don't go down. I don't get oh no. Sergio hits it long to Shaw into Dominguez. And the captain playing central midfield tonight. Doesn't happen often. Finds his man. And the golden chance is we'll roll it into João. And Felix. Oh, he's going to drop to Sancho. Lovely turn. Oh. Just couldn't get much behind the shot there. Lack conviction. Gigi makes the save. But it's all Jadon Sancho in the opening 22 minutes. Still 0-0, but he could have had 2 goals tonight. Roma are yet to get going, but we know the quality they possess. And if you remember at the Stadio Olimpico, the game started off just like this one. We had the early chances, but Roma scored 2 goals in the first half. So got to guard against complacency. We've played well, but we know the threat Roma possess. But right now, Jadon Sancho is just on one. Oh! He could have had a first half hat-trick. How have I missed all these chances? How is it still 0-0? Petret's got space to run into down left-hand side here, and Sancho's going to have to cover because our right-back's gone walkies, and Sergio gets it away. But it's not fully clear the danger. And oh, Sandro Tonali, lovely stuff. Zaniolo's shot goes just wide. And that is the only chance they've had in the half, and they almost took it. Wonderful bit of skill by Sandro. And the former captain puts it just wide. All they need is 1 goal, and they're going through. Sancho on the chest. And they'll flick it forward here. Golden chance. Golden chance. Felix. Oh, Bastoni, huge clearance. Felix controls. Dominguez. Oh! How on earth is this still 0-0? Dominguez to Palacios, and out wide is Raquel off the bench, who's got pace. And he's in behind Wan-Bissaka. And he's got men arriving. And one is Ezekiel, and another is Jadon Sancho. Donnarumma makes the save. And it is somehow still 0-0. Sergio, Dominguez, Sancho. Oh my God. This has got to be the most eventful 0-0 ever. Gigi Donnarumma. What a save. I still think Roma are going to score a late goal. I still think they're going to get a late goal. And all the missed chances will be punished for them. I can just see it happening. 85th minute. Orsolini to Keane. Oh, Lopez Huesca did enough, but... no. Oh, he's been a bloody brick wall tonight. 19 years old. Brilliant. And what a ball by Oblak. And what a ball by Palacios. And Tony. Saved by Donnarumma. Come on. How on earth is it still 0-0? But you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. Yartansen does enough. Keep it in play. Keep it in play. Well done. I'll take it. It's not the best result, but it's enough. Sure. Oh my God! I mean, it's a pretty poor attempt, but there is some games where I just don't think EA want you to win. Tammy's header! Wide of the post. This is the football equivalent of being blue-balled. But there's the climax! Atletico Madrid are into the quarters. I cannot believe it's taken this long. But finally, we've got the goal. We were going through anyway, but Dominguez starting central midfield tonight because he's looked so attack-minded in recent games. Gets the goal and sends us through. Atletico Madrid 1, Roma 0. We're into the quarterfinals. Oh my God. Well, it certainly wasn't easy, but it should have been. With all the chances we created, how we only scored one at the death, I don't know. But it is 1-0. We are into the quarterfinals. My old team Roma fall at the round of 16. And Atletico march in to the last day of the Champions League. The captain secures it. 1-0 the final score. We march on in Europe. You know, I often go on the FIFA careers subreddit, so shout out to everyone that's on the subreddit, but I often see like memes posted about how the bigger teams play pretty passively and the smaller teams play like, you know, prime Barcelona. And I have to agree with that, because tonight here, Roma needed to score. They only had one shot in the game. We had 19 shots in the match, 8 of which hit the target, yet we only scored once. Just a truly bizarre second leg in the last 16. But you know what? We're through, and that's the most important thing. I have to say, though, for all of the shots we had in the game, to only score one, that's pretty embarrassing. But the boys at the back line tonight can all share the champagne. Sergio was an absolute monster tonight, as was his 19-year-old centre-half partner, Lopez Huesca. Shaw played well too. 19 years old, 21 years old, against Roma, the top scorers in the Serie A last year, top of the Serie A right now. They didn't allow a single shot on target. What a performance from the boys. So that's it. We're into the Champions League quarterfinals after a truly bizarre second leg. But the Roma are out. Atletico march on. What a huge victory as our progress in Europe is still continuing. But that was today's episode of Career Mode, guys. So a big thank you, fortunate we have enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy today's episode, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. And I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode, featuring a Champions League draw for the quarterfinals, plus some big La Liga games very soon. That was truly bizarre, that. Unbelievable.